did it. I don't know how you would do each camera. Like,
stuff I done did. Yeah, dudes and doing the stuff I done did. I'm the reason why I do.
hey, I bought. Go check the what's it called? The blues. Yeah, screen. Hey, shalom. We're using one of them. We're using one. Salaya, sir, are we going to use? I got the camera over here. A lot of you can come grab it. Matter of fact, can I use it real quick? It's charged and all that. I ain't recorded that noise. I got to run this test for the radio show tonight. Heard Malaki run Philly. That's what I heard. I heard Malaki run Philly. I heard if you anybody in the streets, you gotta ask Malaki for permission to be in the streets. This stuff. Alright, shalom, Israel. Let me know if y'all can hear. Hey, alright, can you hear anything? Can you hear the music? Alright, shalom, Israel. Y'all about to y'all shot right thigh. Hold on, Salaki. I think I was supposed to mute myself over here. Salaki, y'all, we was trying something new. Just muted it. So it should be. Can you check now? Yeah, it's live. They say yeah, no sound. Mr. Wild. All right, cool. So Salaki, y'all, for wasting all that time, I was trying something new. All right, can you mute it? Bubba Kashaw. All right, now, so for this lesson for the day, I got a few different exercises that we're gonna go into, right? Remember we was doing the work out of that biblical Hebrew text and workbook, but we to the point where we ain't gotta keep doing all those lessons and everything like that. You know what I mean? Commander Jenny said to hell with all them damn books. You know what I mean? Just reference it whenever we need it. You know what I mean? We already been through this. Like I said, we already went through all this stuff and proved everything and did everything we had to do, right? So now I got some exercises for you. We're gonna break down some scriptures. First, give me bondman and bondwoman and Deuteronomy 28 and 68. All right, bondmen and bondwoman. Salakia. I think the camera might be Oh, all right, it's all right. But the camera was moving a little slow. So now, with that being said, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and then we're gonna go into a few different lessons. Okay. So, like, I believe the sister trying to signal you. Boom, boom. All right. I got a few different scriptures that we're gonna break down for the day, and y'all type in your questions. But this is for brother in class. He asked for an etymology breakdown of the word slave or bondman. Bondman, right? In essence, a slave is a bondman, but it's a difference between an employee, which would be a Hebrew servant, right? Like when it talks about our brothers and sisters, when it talks about us, the stranger, dealing with the stranger, that's just an employee because they're your brother. That's what you know what I mean? You just employing them. Oh, Slagi says, go ahead. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. We about to go into where slavery is in the Bible. All right. I'm Salaki because I just stepped away from the screen. Somebody give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. For sure.
You want to Nibari up, sir?
We ain't got to do the Hebrew right now. We ain't got to do the alphabet right now. I spent too much time messing around with this camera. All right. Go ahead. So we did lesson 14, as y'all know, last week. We did lesson 14 in that book. But like I said, we're going to clip doing all those lessons. Pretty much got everything that we need. You know what I mean? He's the devil anyway. So I'll be breaking everything down to you moving forward. Salaki. But all right, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68, and then I'm gonna go into all the lessons that I had. All right. Go ahead, Al-Izar.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Go ahead, nice and loud.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord shall do what?
Bring thee into Egypt again. With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt see
meaning where he's standing in the way. Today we would say in the street. Back then it was in the way. By the way whereof. All right. There's a few scriptures that talks about when you meet somebody in the way. All right. Back then we would say a street or a road. They would say a way. They would say way. Go ahead.
By the way whereof
mm-hmm.
I spake unto thee,
mm-hmm.
thou shalt see it no more again.
So where I'm standing at right here, where I'm speaking to you, you ain't gonna see this again. Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And there you're gonna be sold into your enemies. I'm about to share the screen with y'all and put the scripture up on the board. Shalom to everybody that's online. All right. So I'm gonna share the screen, put the scripture up on the screen for y'all to see. Boom, and I'm also share it in the class, so everybody in class can see it as well. All right. So Boom. Here we go. All right, go ahead. Continue to read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Bondmen and bondwomen. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. What does that mean? Salaki, here we go. And no man shall buy you. Somebody break that down to me. So he said, in the way, in the road, in the street, in the path, where he's speaking to you, where he's talking to you, that we're not going to see that anymore, which we ain't seen that in forever. Yeah, we don't even know where Moses even stood at when he said it. Meaning, now we wasn't in Israel because, of course, we didn't get into Israel, but he was giving us a prophecy. Meaning, we ain't going to see even the Middle East anymore, which is the Garden of Eden.
Right.
Because remember, we wasn't in Israel yet, because Moses didn't make it into Israel. Neither did anybody that came out of Egypt except for Caleb and Joshua. So he's saying right here, even the Middle East, you're not even going to see that. Go ahead. So what does it mean when it says, read it again, Salaki?
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
And there you shall be what?
Be sold unto your enemies.
What? What's up? Yeah. can check my phone. Make sure.
Hold on, I'm gonna add this to the screen real quick. Can you mute the audio on the phone? I'm gonna just use this audio. Salakia. I'm gonna use this audio. I'm gonna mute us, boom, from the phone. What I'll do is I'll just
We're muted from the phone, sir.
Go ahead. All right, no sweat. The water war. And the brother in class, Salaki, to cut you off. The bayou is pertaining to the law where a man can buy his brother out of slavery. All right, go ahead. So that was correct. Go ahead, Nakar.
Oh yeah. So pretty much like going into the records, definitely learning the real Hebrew and not Yiddish. You'll find out that those slaves, the people that when we was being sold and translated slave trade, we had Hebrew names, and those names, if you actually learn the real Hebrew here in Isupk, you're gonna realize that they was Hebrews.
Right.
Slaves was Hebrews, and and here we teach that we're not African, and the Africans wouldn't be deep in bed with the white man to sell his own people. He's gonna sell us. We came in there in the best amount of people.
Most High in Christ, give him a hand. And now, if you pay attention, just like the brother said, who's gonna buy a whole race of people out of slavery that the Africans sold into slavery? Who's gonna buy? Who's gonna pay for everybody? Your grandmama, you, your kids, and your baby mama, and your baby dad, and your uncle, child molested uncle, crackhead aunts, stealing cousins. You know what I mean? You and all your issues. Who's paying for everybody to get out of slavery? That's a lot of money. No man gonna buy it. All right. So with that being said, I got the word that you asked for, brother. The word is ibad. And I'm gonna pull it up on the screen for you, right? Oh yeah, come for sure. I'll take one.
One or two.
However many it is to go around, I'll take one to everybody get something, or however you want to do it. All right. So now let me put this up on the screen for you. Ibad is the Hebrew word, right? I don't know if everybody in the class can see it. Let me make it big screen over here too for y'all as well. Boom, for everybody in the class. Bang. So now ibad is the Hebrew word. Even though they say ibad or whatever, you can just cancel that out. That word is ibad in Hebrew. It means servant. It's used as servant. It's used as man, servant, bondman, bondage, bond servant on all sides, right? It's also used as on all sides. Used as slave, servant, man. All right, subjects, servants, worshipers of God, servant in a special sense as prophets or Levites, servant of Israel, servant as a form of address between equals. All right. So ibad means servant, but it's also used for bondage and bondmen, right? Now the one for the sister was shapak. It was shapak. Wait, right? Oh, shalaki, shapaka. All right, because it's feminine for a sister. Shapaka. All right. Now, let's keep going. So now, handmaid, maid, man, maid servant, bondwoman, maiden, woman servants, handmaidens, bondmaid, servant, wench, used as wench. One time. Somebody must have been pissed when they said that. Anyway. All right, so maid servant, slave girl, maid servant, as belonging to a mistress, right? Of address, speaker, humility, right? So they saying it's pronounced shapka, but I'm gonna say shapaka, just to say. All right, tell what he saw. All right. La Shapaka, oh, so like La Shapakwa, or Shapaka, right? Now, that if that's what you wanted, brother, that was just a breakdown of a word, bondman or bondwoman, or slave man or slave woman, right? That's where the etymology comes from, is a servant. All right. A slave is a servant. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. All right, hold on. Let me put us back up on the screen. Lock it. All right. So now I want to go into the lesson. Hopefully that answered your question. I tried to go in depth so you can see it, so you can see where it came from, so you can know what it means. But that's where they get slave from. Someone that's in bondage. And bondage means you're bound. How I say we're bound to the law. We're bound. We locked into this. So when you locked into slavery to the point where you can't be unlocked, then that's a problem. And that's where you become, or were you so deep in bondage that you bound forever, or you bound for such a long time is what was you gonna get out when you old? Like how they do our brothers in prisons. That's called slavery. Right. That's when it becomes you're a slave. Remember, even in our community, the law where you gotta let your brother go after 7 years. Right. After you have a hired servant, I believe the term is a hired servant, or I know that's what it says in the Bible. I'm not sure if that's what it says in that scripture. But you gotta let your brother go after a certain amount of time. Right. You can't keep a man a slave forever, or a woman a slave forever. You have to let him go after 7 years. Right. The oppressor don't work like that, though. He give you football numbers, and goddamn, you go in a kid and you come out somebody's granddad. I'm talking about you in there forever. Sisters too. There's a sister in Philly just killed 2 cops and somebody else. Drunk driver, man. They gonna roof their sister, man. Mm-hmm. Because she was drunk driving. You know what I mean? If she's young, I mean, if they even let her out, she's gonna be somebody's grandma by the time she get up. At the age of somebody's grandmother. All right. Let me know if y'all got the scripture.
I got the one in Exodus 21:2, and I bought it as another scripture.
All right, give me Exodus 21:2, and then I'll buy you can give me yours. And I'm gonna try to pull these up on the screen. So lock it for the camera moving so slowly.
All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them.
Hold on, Exodus 21 and verse 1. All right. So I'm gonna put this up on the screen real quick for everybody to see. All right. And Ibai, you want to read this in Hebrew? Okay. I'll let Ibai get some Hebrew in. I know you want to read something in Hebrew. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ibai. Exodus 21 and 1. Hold on, let me bring it just a little bit higher. Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 1 in the Ibaria from the Hebrew. Wa Allah. Hama Shapatyu, Ashar, Thashyam or
Thashayam. La Punyahum. Nice with it, right? All right, Exodus 21 and 1. Somebody want to read? Like you ever asked?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 1. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them.
Now these are the judgments that thou shalt set before them. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And thou buy an Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go free for nothing.
And the 7th he shall go what?
Free for nothing.
Now you know how good that sound. So Imagine hearing life, 25 to life, boom. You know what I mean? 5 to 10 years, bow. Hit the gavel on you. 15 to 20, bow. 11 and a half to 23, bow. Hitting the gavel on you. It's like 11 and a half to 23, after 7 years, he go home free. Wow, you like, huh? We asking the lawyer, what do you say? Now they ask the lawyer what you say after they hear the football numbers, man. You be in a courtroom sitting there 25 years. Wait, did he just say that? You trying to talk to your lawyer. 25 years after 7, you go home free. Wow, you be like, he said I was going home free. You have a different conversation with your lawyer after that, man. Because you can't keep a man a slave forever. Unless they are willing to be that. And that's when you give, you brand them. When of course, like when the Bible say, I love my wife and I love my family, you know what I mean, and I want to stay. Because you gotta leave your kids and your wife behind, and you just go ahead out. You know what I mean, that's if you get a wife from that servant.
Yeah, it says it.
Go ahead. Oh, it says it in here? Oh, keep going. Hold on, wait. Let me read this one. I didn't even read the Hebrew for y'all. Let me read it. Salakia. Let me put it on the big screen so everybody can see it. I'll leave it just like this. This is perfect. I'll leave it just like this. I'm gonna read the Hebrew. Kaya, Thakwana, Ibad, Ibarya, Shasha, Shanya, Salaki, Shanyam, Ya Ibad, Waba, Shabaitha, Yataza, La Chapashia, Khanum. All right. Now, with that being said, keep going. Oh, damn right. All right, Ibad. Watch. Hey, we all, just trying to read the Hebrew for the class. I wasn't going to, but since it's up here, we might as well. Go ahead. Anybody else want to read some Hebrew? Is it about to say it here? All right, go ahead, Nakar. You can just go ahead, not unless you want to read the Hebrew.
I can try it though.
All right. He said he can try. Get my hand. That's one West. You heard those words. You heard the last part. He said, I ain't scared. I ain't scared to mess up. I ain't scared to do this. What that brother say? I ain't scared to. That was what? Don't be a menace. Good night.
I'm a Yah.
Go ahead.
I'm a Yah.
So wait. No, that's just that right there is a dash. So I'm gonna make it big screen so you can see the words a lot bigger.
I can see it, sir.
All right, Most High in Christ. This little brother.
That was good. Where was that?
Hold on. Here we go. Bang. Here we go. Right there.
Okay. Ama. Ba.
I can actually make it a lot larger as well. All right, so Lockie, y'all. I'm just trying to extend brotherhood whenever possible. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Okay.
So
this is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 3 in the Hebrew. Ama pa Salakia ba baga pan
ba gatwa. Go ahead.
Okay. Yaba.
Go ahead. That was perfect. Bagatwa. Yeah, the wa I believe is saying they at the end. It's either saying his or they. Go ahead. I mean something him or they.
That's a pa, so is it pa ya or gat? It's gat.
Yep. Bagatwa.
Bagatwa. Ya taza'a.
Taza'a.
Arma ba'ila.
Baal.
Asha.
Which is a woman. Go ahead.
Hawa.
Yeah, that's the actual root word for he. Saying he. Go ahead.
Waya taza'a.
Perfect.
Ashafaya. No, I got it.
Go ahead.
Ashafaya.
Sawa.
That was good.
That's
Shafwa.
Sawa.
Go ahead.
All right. And I Mawa.
Right. I'm a wa. Or I'm wa. All right. Give him a hand. That was perfect. That was good, man. That was very good. All right. Exodus 21:3. I'll read it since you read the Hebrew.
I can read it, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, and verse 3. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go with him.
All right, so we gonna keep going. All right, we ain't gonna pull up the Hebrew anymore. We just gonna keep going. Go ahead.
Verse 4.
I mean his too.
Say it again.
I mean his.
Hawa is he. His will have the Y at the end. Remember what I was saying? It was like Salaki is him. Him or his is possessive with the Y at the end. It's also used for they. So his wife, you know what I mean, a shawa, right? Belongs him. Like you know, something of him. Go ahead, Carl.
Verse 4. If his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself.
Meaning he gotta, you know, roll up out of there. He's free. But his wife and his kids gotta stay. Go ahead.
If I could.
Go ahead.
I remember when I first heard this, I was like, good night. You know,
Yeah.
He probably had got a dragon, made a wrong move, being in his ignorance. He got out of that.
I mean, I wouldn't say it as that. Remember, he got hired to do something.
Right.
It's a hired servant. It's not like a slave. So it's an employee that's working for your farm back then, right? So back then, you know, if he got a whole family on your farm, I mean, what, he gonna take your whole entire everything? It's your farm, but since he got a rib on a farm and a family, he finna roll out with all your goods. All your other employees. That rib that you got was his employee. But now he lost 2 employees.
Okay.
And the kids, they work. Now he lost 4 or 5 employees from one brother. So it's like, dang, it's like you gotta go there. It's sort of like being professional. Like you gotta go there with the mind state of knowing that if I start getting it in, I gotta be willing to roll out without my family. Because he didn't hire you to take everything he had. Like, he hired you to do the job. But just so happy you met the sister, y'all like each other, and you got a family, and then you don't want to leave your family, so now you're gonna rob him. Pretty much. Go ahead, Elijah, I'll let you go first.
This is a scenario of being in the truth.
No, this is a real life scenario of working for somebody, getting hired by an Israelite. I mean, at this time, remember the jobs they was doing, it was like farming. He really wasn't doing a lot of like other stuff because it was in our homeland. So think about what we do now in our neighborhoods, right? I'm gonna bring us back up big screen, right? Think about what we do now in our neighborhoods. We cut grass. We do clean outs, clean your crib out, do construction, do small jobs like that, shovel snow. So a lot of the stuff that we do is really sort of just like in that field. It's really just in that whole, you know what I mean, field where we just I'm trying to bring that back up. Whereas though we just like tending to the land and things of that nature.
So this doesn't have to deal with, this not dealing with someone that is that might have broke the law.
No, that's not dealing with somebody that broke the law. This is literally hiring somebody. This is job. Remember, where we started at was about a hired servant. So all of this is about a hired servant, which is an Israelite. Because in our land, our hired servants was Israelites. And at the same time, it was like still heathens around. So now you get to the benefit of that is that you get to own the heathen and his whole entire family. You brand him and he belongs to you. not belong to you, but he works for you forevermore. Like that's his job to the day he dies. You know what I mean? But with your brother, he really got the opportunity to go out free. But this is specifically about your brother, though. That's why I said he served 7 years and didn't go home. So now it's like, all right, my brother, he already going home in 7 years, but then he's gonna take everything that I work for. Like I worked to get it to this point to where I can hire people and have people work for me. And now because y'all in love, I lose everything. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, so with that being said, you gotta be brotherly in every aspect. You can't just walk into somebody's place and be like, yo, I need a job. All right, I'm out. Give me everything. You know what I mean? It don't work like that. It's like, damn. That's why they tell you in the workplace you shouldn't mingle like that. Even though America is a little bit different, but it's all about being professional. You don't want to, you know what I mean? Because it could lead to a lot of other stuff. It could lead to sexual harassment charges, all types of stuff like that. Arguing at the job. Like imagine if y'all didn't rumble and you broke the brothers, even broke something on the brothers, you know what I mean? Y'all arguing, she want to fight you, or maybe the brother want to fight her. You know what I mean? There's a lot that comes with that. So you can't just roll out with the brothers, you know what I mean, with everything that brother worked for. You know what I mean? And that's why it says, if he want to stay, then, did we read that part? All right, cool. If he want to stay, then he got to get branded and say he love his family, he love his bread, and he stay and he work for you. It ain't like he's your slave, but he works for you. He's hot, you know what I mean? He's employed to you. That's his job. He don't mind doing it. Obviously, he felt comfortable enough there to have a family there and make a family there. So now, he works there. That's his job. He cool. You know what I mean? He got his kids. He got his bread. He all right. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, I hope that broke that down for the brother about the difference between a slave and an employee. Because when you go into looking up the words, a bondman is a slave. And that's where a slave comes from, somebody that's bound to this job or bound to whatever task that is. And that's that. You know what I mean? But in the sense of servitude. Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody that you won't be as brotherly. You're not really required to be brotherly to them. Which is how Esau does us. Esau ain't exactly required to love us. He's just a slave master. Whereas though an employee, he got rights. He can sue you back. He can sue you and get your money. You know what I mean? It's certain things you can and can't do to him. So that's the difference in brotherhood and then being a slave. So I hope I broke that down for you about the bondman question. All right. So post y'all questions and y'all comments. I also I got the lesson for y'all. All right, the exercise that we gonna do. Somebody give me 1 Samuel 28:12. I'm gonna type this in so everybody can see it. 1 Samuel 28:12. We're gonna break this down. Go ahead. Huh? Oh, Ibad, you had this scripture. Go ahead, Ibad.
I also have a question.
Go ahead.
So the children of that
hold on, let me keep that up there so everybody can see it. Hold on. Go ahead.
So the children and the wife of the man that chose they was hired to hire a servant. So, but the children, they was born into that position. Okay. So that's just
that don't mean that. Yes. Yeah, okay. I was about to say something, but to answer your question, they stayed. They born into that. You made that family. You can remember, it's more than just sex in Israel. Israelites, we don't just have casual sex. That's not how we are. We was never raised that way. Like a father don't want his daughter occasionally getting smashed by different men. That's just not what I see from my daughter. Like, yeah, baby, grow up and then let him bend you over. And then when you feeling, a little bit better, let him bend you over. Hey, I mean, she's feeling great. Let them both bend you over. What the hell? Have a good time. Be all you can be, baby. Like, that's not how we raise our family. It ain't like you don't raise your son like, hey, son, smash that girl, then when you're done with her, smash her, then when you're done with her, go on to the next. You know what I mean? It's like people in America, because we're slaves and we believe what the oppressor says, we fine with that today. But we're his slave. We are him. It's like that brother, he's now living the type of life that the person who hired him, you know what I mean, is like conducting it, so to speak. And Esau, our actual slave master, conduct our whole life. He put out Christmas, everybody celebrated. Halloween, everybody celebrated. Your birthday, everybody celebrated. Be all you can be. Get an abortion because you're going to be famous in 5 years. So you think. You know what I mean? Throw her away. After you become rich, dump the black woman and get a white one. I mean, that's the life he lives. And we try to be him. So when we broke, we got a black girl because that's what we are. We niggas. Now that I'm rich and white, it's like Kodak Black. I'm white. Now that you're white, now you get a white one. Now you go and get Becky. Yeah, go ahead, Iba. Hey, shalom, sir, Lord in Christ. All right. Go ahead, Iba. And what was your other question?
So the children, they're just stuck into that condition.
Yes, it was born into that because of the choice that their father and their mother made. Remember, the dad didn't rape this girl, now they married, because that would be GMS. And that's not right. It's consensual between two people. They both decided that they wanted to be together and they made a baby. And they more than one, obviously. And the kids stayed. Because where the kids gonna go? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So now you also have like the year of Jubilee, which is like the 50th year, where so you got that scripture right there where everything is renewed. Now now you get a chance to go out free. Now you're not a slave. You still get a chance to go out free. Which means what? If you just so happen to be working 6 years, hey, good. You know what I mean? Now your children's children don't gotta serve this family forever. Now you're not a slave to your brother. Give me the scripture about the year of Jubilee. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen.
Okay. I also had a question about that. What about prisoners that's in prison during the year of Jubilee? Do they stay in prison or do they get...
Prison is something different from being employed and owing a debt. Now, if you're in prison because of a debt, then you probably be let free. But if you're in prison because you hurt somebody, then you stay. It's like, you know what I mean? And that's just that's just. Go ahead. Where you at, Ibot?
Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 10.
Leviticus 25 and verse 10. Let me get with you so I can pull it up on the screen. I don't think it typed in. All right, and if y'all got any questions, type in your questions. Let me take a look and just check. All right, no questions right now. Boom. Okay, cool. Leviticus 25 and 10. Go ahead, Ibot, you got it.
And ye shall hallow the 50th year.
Hold on, Salaki. And ye shall do what?
Hallow the 50th year.
And ye shall hallow the 50th year. Go ahead.
And proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof.
Go ahead.
It shall be a jubilee unto you.
Go ahead.
And ye shall return every man unto his possession.
Unto his what?
His possession.
Go ahead.
And ye shall return every man unto his family.
Thank you. That means that now your kids get a chance to go out free because of that decision you made 48 years ago. You know what I mean? Now they grown, but they get to go out. They ain't got to work that damn job no more. Now they can go get rich and have hired servants. And then when their year come around, they'll let them go too. Because that is brotherhood and sisterhood. That's not, you don't just own your brother for the rest of his whole natural goddamn life. Like that's Esau. Israelites, we don't think like that. That's not how we are. It's like, okay, like, first First off, nobody treats their own family like that. We do that today because we are in slavery and we're cursed. But in our land, that was our problem, that we didn't want to love each other the way we were supposed to, and that's why we ended up in slavery.
Right.
But that's not actually how we're supposed to be. Go ahead, you wanted to say something? All right, Most High in Christ, is that it? Any more? Go ahead.
So what? So say it was the 49th year, the year before Jubilee, but you got
go
hired,
free.
or the year before Jubilee,
Yeah, you go free.
and you got hired. So
You go free. That's what it says. That was the law.
okay.
That's why I said if you work 6 years, and then that's the year of Jubilee on the 6th year, then you good. He just gotta find somebody else that would like to work.
Okay.
But here's the thing with brotherhood. Maybe he'll stay. Maybe your brother y'all might be cool. And he might not mind working the job. You like, just because he's your employee, don't think like how Esau is. All right. Think about your brothers. If I work for you, like you ain't gonna be like, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna be mean to me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mean to you. It's a year of Jubilee. I might just stay because my family, because we're now a family. And who's to say you paying me pennies? Because you just job. So what if you paying me good? Then I really don't have a reason to leave. It's like we just a family and this is a business. In the year of Jubilee, you might say, bro, let's go into business together. Go ahead.
And if I could, like, it's amazing that you bring a light to it, because of course we are accustomed. Like anytime we hear slavery or serving or maid serving,
Oh,
or
let me bring
anything
this
like
big
that,
Go ahead.
we always think of what the white man did to us, but exactly what you said. You know, other places around the world, they not really paying their people bare minimum, like
Right.
you said, yo, we can go into business together, like, you know, just this is what we can have set in stone. And of course, you know, Israel thrive on brotherhood. So of course, you know, any brother in here, look, if I serve under this Officer Marah, I know he's gonna make sure I'm good, my family good. You know what I mean? I know that if I come with a game plan on the table that he wouldn't mind, he'll be hearing it because of brotherhood. He ain't gonna treat me like a slave, like
Right. This joint still messing up?
no, actually, okay. What happened is I don't think that we charging anymore. Oh no, it's charging, but it's on 17. It should be too wide for pleasure.
Yeah, most high. Now I'm gonna run a test on it on the show tonight. Just switching to iPhones for the black watch, so everything would be like 4K and all that stuff. Right, black watch. So I was trying to run a small test with an iPhone here with my personal iPhone, but it's the old iPhone. It ain't nothing new and special like y'all got. So it's like slow and all that. All right. But with that being said, what the car was bringing out is heavy because we won't, you know what I mean, we don't treat each other like that. Imagine if what you have is really your wives. Say it's one of your ribs. Because women get an inheritance too from your father. So if your dad got money and you give your daughter money, she might have some servants. And here you come, need a job, and her husband like, look, my rib got all this. Maybe we need to hire somebody. And you like, and she like, all right. And here you go, you hire this brother that marries one of her servants. But you gonna take her servant and roll? Because you got her pregnant and y'all decide to get drunk and have nasty sex. Like, but I'm just saying, like, you can't do that. You can't just be like, I need a job one day. Now I'm dosed the next day. You know what I mean? And like I said, black people really don't treat each other bad. It's only because of slavery that we can't get along. That oppression, that anguish of spirit, that's why we have a hard time dealing with each other. Because you oppressed, I'm oppressed. You stressed, I'm stressed. It's like we can't just say, to hell with you, Bill, and then come back to work tomorrow. That's what the white man do until you shoot up the whole damn job. Yeah, but that's when he feels oppressed. He will shoot the school up if he feels oppressed. But other than that, they will have an argument and they come back to work.
Right.
They will smash each other's head in at the bar and still show up on Monday. Tell you, Ted. Tell you too, Phil. And they go to work and then come home.
Right.
And you never knew that happened. You know what I mean? That they didn't beat each other's head in. Because they understand freedom and brotherhood. Right. When you free, you gotta have a sense of brotherhood, or you are going to abuse somebody bad. Go ahead.
A lot, sir. It was crazy. I was talking to this one sister. She got a devil as a husband. Right? And so he would listen to a lot of our conversations, right? That we had like on platforms, on Clubhouse, I mean, things like that.
If you could come up to it.
So, I'm talking to the sister, she's a good sister, she in the military, she used to be in the military, and her husband was also in the military too. He a devil. So, she know about the truth, things like that. So she know our stance. We was talking, she was like, yeah, my husband said something crazy. And she said, how come if y'all black people know what y'all been through, why can't y'all ever just get along? Like, why y'all arguing over this spirituality and that spirituality and this solution and that solution and all the arguments of the world? Why y'all just don't come together? And I told her, I said, well, it's easier for him to say that because he ain't had to go through what we had to go through. Like, we had no identity. So when we get information and we trying to stand on something, we're passionate. Like, Christians are passionate about Christianity. Yep. So passionate that they would shake a tambourine and fake the Holy Ghost every Sunday. Like, they're passionate about it, and we're passionate people. And things that we've been through, you understand, it causes us not to have that unity amongst each other. Now we're going to argue about what doctrine is the right doctrine. Where the Jewish man, they can disagree on something in the scriptures, and they'll understand the bigger picture. Yes, we don't agree on this one thing. Like, we would say the Sabbath. Sabbath, we know the real Sabbath. Somebody might say, oh, it's the moon is the Sabbath, whatever. Or, you can do this on the Sabbath, you can't do that. We say it's violence.
Right.
But the white man, because they haven't been through what we've been through, they can actually just say, hey, agree to disagree, we still brothers. We still gotta oppress these niggas and get this money. That's the rule. I get this paper. That was like, I told the sister, I said, listen, that's because he's a white man. He hasn't been through what we've been through for over 500 years. Man, give him the car hang. And that was, and what you just explained was the anguish of spirit. He doesn't have that. Oppression gives you anguish of spirit. Right. It gives you a tired, stressed out spirit. Like you tired of being stressed out and you vulnerable and you just like already agitated. Period. Like you only like when black people say period, blacks and Hispanics say period. That means something. It's a lot, brother. We all know that. Like that means there's no more going. You know what I mean? Like we not even going no further. Or it's gonna be what we say in Philly, hands and feet put on you. You know what I mean? Because of our anguish of spirit, because we so oppressed. All right. I want to read this in Hebrew. All right. I want to read this in Hebrew for y'all. Just because we pulled the scripture. Abad, did you have anything else? All right, Most High Christ. Let me read this in Hebrew. Actually, somebody else want to take a stab at it. It's a nice amount of Hebrew to read. It's a nice little exercise. I was gonna do it, but I don't want to take it all up. All right, let somebody else do it. Ibad, you had your hand raised.
All right, come on with it, iBot. Let me make it big screen. Take us off the screen. Let's make this big screen. Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 10 in the Hebrew.
Okay. Let's go from Leviticus 25, verse 10. Now, hurry up with the Hebrew. Waya Qadash thumb. Shanath. Ha Chamash Yom. Shana. Wa Kwa Ra'atham. Da Rawar. Ba'aratazah.
So that's just Ba'aratazah.
Ba'aratazah. Lakab. Ya Shab Ya. Ya Wabal. Ha Wa'a. Thaha Ya. Lakam. Wa Shab. Wa Shabatham.
Washabtham.
Washabtham.
Now, unless this is the Shabbat, it could be Washabath. Oh, right, because it's the seventh. Washabath Ma.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, Washabath. I was thinking the Shabbat, but I didn't know it would be a man like that.
Oh, wait, no, this is saying that the root word here, I don't know if y'all can see it, it pops up on my screen. The root word is Shawab.
Oh,
Shawab, so it's not Shabbat.
Oh, Shabbat.
So Shab thumb.
So okay, come.
Oh, Salaki, Washabath thumb. So that was right. Because the Wa and the Ba will be connected. Go ahead.
Come. Ayash. Ak. Zah. Wa.
This is what the root word is Achazah. So Achazah Wa, which was perfect. Go ahead.
Wa Ayash.
Al. See, I'll is I, but Al is two. So I'll meaning over, against, upon. Al is two or unto. Go ahead.
Ma Shapak. What's that? Ma Shapak the Wa.
All right.
Thashadwa.
All right, so give everybody a hand. That was a lot. You got it right. Got it absolutely correct. All right. Now, I want to go into the exercise. All right. So we're going to be breaking down 1 Samuel 28 and 12. 1 Samuel 28 and 12. Now, these we're going to have to break down. Now, I want to use the board, but I'm not going to use the board. All right, because the screen is messing up and it would just irritate everybody. We already got the anger of the spirit. So, with that being said, hold on, I want to skip. I don't want us to see what it means. I don't want us to know what it means. All right, we are going to break this down. Now, we are going to stop at where we're going to stop at. All right, we're going to break down a certain part. We're going to break down Watha Amar, Ha'asha, Al, Sha, Awal. All right, Ha'asha, Awal. All right, Ha'asha, Awal. All right, so now I'm going to read first and then we'll break it down. I'll read the Hebrew. Let me make it. Is it big screen for y'all? It should still be big screen, right? All right, so 1 Samuel 28 and 12. Wathara'ah, Ha'asha, Af, Shama Wa'ala, Watha Za, Watha Za'ikwa. All right, I'm not sure which one of these was connected. I could look at the root word, but I'm going to keep going. Bakwa wall, God the wall. Watha Amar. Ha'asha al sha'awal. La Amar. La Ma'a. Rama. Slake. Ra Mayafniya. Wa Atha. Sha'al. All right. Sha'awal. Salaki. All right. So I'm going to just go back and see what this root word was. I don't know if it was Za'ikwa. All right. So Watha Za'ikwa. All right. That's what this was. I couldn't tell which one was connected. If it was Ike, like Za'ik, that could have been the word too, Watha Za'ik, or Watha Za'ikwa. All right. So now that was it. So now we're gonna break down this right here where it says Watha Amar Ha'asha Al Sha'awal, which is right here. Hold on, blah blah blah. Where we at? Ha'asha Al Sha'awal. All right. Oh, Salaki, I left one out. Watha Amar Ha'asha Wa'al. So we starting right. We're gonna break this down right here. Watha Amar Ha'asha Al Sha'awal. All right. So now, with that being said, I was gonna put it up on the board. I'm not gonna put it up on the board, right? This is what we'll do. Because the screen is messing up, right? So I'm going to type this in. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can share a different screen for y'all, right? Real quick. And shalom out there to everybody. All right. So let's see. Chrome tab, boom, window. Entire screen. Nope. I want to see a window. No, not that. Let me see which one is. Shouldn't be this right here. Nope. I want to see if I can share this notepad. Let me just try entire screen. That might be better. Entire screen. Let's share the entire screen. All right, here we go. Oh, this is what I want. Notepad right here. All right, so y'all can see this notepad. Let me make the font bigger. How we do that? View font. Gotta be somewhere. Hold on. Oh man. I don't know, Bob. We were supposed to be able to make the font bigger, but it's all good. We just gonna go back to the notepad for now. So lock it. And what I want to do is I'll type it in. So what was the scripture that we was gonna do? Watha Amar Ha'asha Al Sha'awal. All right, so the first word is Watha Amar. And I'm gonna just do it this way and see if y'all can get it. All right, and just break it down so everybody can get it. So I'll do it the other way. I'll start all the way over here. So I'll type it in. Go ahead. It didn't post one. I tried to go up top. I tried to go to edit. It wouldn't let me go to font. So, it's right here down at the bottom. The size. Let me bring this to 22. Go 36. That's better. All right. Shalom, sis. All right. So, okay. Well, the thing about that is, you might be jammed up trying to do it that way. All right. So we'll just do it just like this, right? Wow. Dash. I just gotta keep doing it this way.
I just gotta change.
Huh?
You must go back to the
Yeah, so it'll let me write it.
Write it from left to right.
Oh, all right, hold on, I didn't know that. Hold on. me put the dash right. Oh, dang.
Oh, you trying to write from right to left?
Right.
Okay. They might still let you do that if you want to go up to edit again. If I could, sir. Because we usually have.
Hold on, I buy I know a little something. Hold on. We can start typing from right to left.
They usually have three of them. You have the center one, the left one, and the right one. I don't see it right now. I don't
Center what? Center what I buy?
It'll come in like lines. The lines will go from right to left. The lines will be in the center. The lines will be from left to right.
It's all good. So Watha Amar, right? Okay. Oh, all right, that's about it. So I'm writing from left to right because this is how we're gonna read it. Watha. So Watha Amar, right? So why we know at the beginning of a root word, get with him, get with y'all. All right, hold on. Why at the beginning of a root word we know means and. Right? What does the tha mean? Anybody remember from the last class? Huh? Tha at the beginning. Yep, tha at the beginning of a root word. We can just go here because it was in our last lesson that we did. And it explained it to us. We'll just use this as a reference. Okay. Tha at the beginning of a root word was third person feminine singular, right? So third person meaning she, he, they. And then feminine, so it's she because it's singular. All right. And then third person feminine plural was meaning they, but talking about sisters, it has a tha at the beginning and a na at the end, and na at the end, na and ha. All right. It's also masculine singular. So tha at the beginning is both feminine singular and masculine singular. But for feminine singular is she. For masculine singular is you. So we're saying she did it or you did it, brother. So that's what it means. So it's either she did it or brother, you did it. All right, whatever it is. You rode to the store, she went to the store, or is going to the store, or will go to the store. All right, because remember, they said it's used as future tense or present tense. All right, and I believe it was Salakia, boom, boom, boom. I believe it'll tell us somewhere in one of those other boxes, it'll tell you what tha is. All right. And which tense it is. Boom, 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 to lock it. All right, here we go. A prefix translated in future, in a future or present tense. All right. Just so y'all can see. So now let's go back. So it's either saying you will do this, brother, or you doing this, brother, or she will do this, or she is doing this. So so for right here, tha is either you or it's Salakia. Let me back up a little bit. Let's come back. So tha is either you or it's she. All right. Let me just get some of this out the way. Here we go. So and here's what I'll do. I'll just put this she, I'll just bring it down. So all right. Well, I'll just put it under it. Put a little slash right here, and then I'll bring it and put it under it. And that way we'll know what it's saying. So and you or and she. Either one.
Right.
It's saying and you did this, or and you doing this, or and she did this, or and she will do this. All right. So now, amar means say. Amar is a root word that means say. All right. So amar is a root word that means say.
Right.
So and she said. Right. So like it means say. But remember, in a present or a future tense, is either saying or will say.
Right.
Right. Hold on. Let me just boom. I'll just erase some of this right here. All right. Bring it over. I know this is probably a little bit drawn out. Saying or it means will say.
Right.
I guess I got to bring it back some. All right. So and you saying, and she saying, and you will say, and she will say. So it's either one of those, right? All right. So and she will say, that's watha amar, which is this, which is, hold on, take this back, which is this right here. Wa and tha is either you, brother, or is she. And amar is saying or will say. And you will say, and she saying. But if we see, how can I show you? Right. We see Shema Allah, right? That's a brother. And then we see Sha'awal, that's Saul, so that's a brother. So nonetheless, now we do see Ha'asha. So we can see that this is a woman right here. So wa meaning and, tha meaning you, and then ra'ah will either be see or saw, right? I didn't even know how to bring that up, but I'm glad I did. All right, here we go. Saw, see or saw, because ra'ah is means see, also means saw. So and you saw, or and you will see the woman, ha'asha, the woman, right? And you will see, or and you saw the woman, specifically Shema Wa'ala. And you saw the woman Samuel, or and you will see the woman Samuel, and then whatever this word is, right? Za'ikwa, she cried or cried, right? So and you saw the woman, or you will see the woman, or okay, Salaki, and you saw the woman, Samuel, and Samuel saw the woman, and she cried.
Right.
And for wa, and then fa, za'ikwa, she cried, right? So we got that. So we know that it's talking about two brothers is speaking, but it's talking about a sister.
Right.
So now let's get back into it. So wa, and then tha, meaning she or you, brother, right? In this context, we still don't know yet. Amar. Oh, Salaki. Y'all didn't even tell me that y'all could barely see this damn thing, man. I didn't even know that. Salaki. I'm thinking, you know what I mean, that y'all can see it. Oh, y'all can see it this way? Or it was small the whole time? It don't matter. Well, let's just move forward, right? And then Ha'asha, the woman, right? Ha'asha. So Watha Amar, and you saying, or and you said, right? Salaka, and you saying, and you will say, and she saying, and she will say, right? So now let's go down here. Lock it. Where we at? Right here. And let's put up the next one. So ha, sha. Hold on, Salaki, bang. Oh yeah, I still did it backwards. So I gotta go backwards. Ha, damn, I still did it, right? Okay, so now how we do this? S-H-A-H, ha-a-sha, right? Lucky y'all. That it now, because I'm doing it now, would y'all prefer me to get on a board and do it? Because I could, it'll be a lot faster, but it's gonna be choppy. Let's try the board. All right? Let's try the board and see what we get. All right? Let's try the board and see what we get, y'all. Instead of trying to do it the other way. And where we at? StreamYard. You're gonna stop sharing. Boom, boom, boom. Let's try to do it on a board and see what happens. All right, shalom, sis. Oh, damn, the phone stopped. The phone died. Damn, we lost the phone. Good night.
No.
Yeah, it was supposed to be charging. I don't think
it's on.
Oh, it's on. We just lost.
You gotta put the password in.
Oh man. All right, Salakia. All right, let me keep this on the screen real quick. Satan didn't want this one to be taught, huh?
It's 8:34.
Time check 8:34. You put in the password. All right. I don't know why I did that. Try again. Something went wrong. Try again. So we back in the studio. Maybe because we ain't used it for so long. I don't know. Allow. It's a locky, y'all. We about to be back up in one quick second. All right. So we coming back on now with this camera. Let me see if I can switch the camera around back to how it was. Mute this mic. You should be good. All right. All right, y'all. So now, lock you. All right, Most High in Christ. So it won't, for some reason, I got a little bit of echo coming off here. I don't know if it's gonna let me turn this thing all the way down. All right, so now let's get it. So we're gonna come over to the board. I think it's still picking up. Let me know if y'all hear an echo. All right, can y'all hear an echo? Let me know if y'all can still hear me. Oh, y'all can still hear me over there. So I don't think it did too much. But anyway, let's get to it, right? We're going to go to the board, and we're going to keep it moving. All right, so where we had before, Slocky. Try a few of these. We had Wa, Tha. Slocky, I'm supposed to put Wa, Tha, Amor. Watha Amor. So we got and. We also have she, because we know that it mentioned the sister. And also is you, masculine, right? Amar, say. Right? Because in this case, it's supposed to be future tense or present tense. So say or will say. Old Cricket English, it might say shall. And she will say, and you will say, and she saying, and she is saying, and you are saying, and you're saying, right? Or and you will say, and then what was it? Ha Sha, the woman. Sha. Right? The woman. So that was a little bit drawn out, so I can keep y'all, waiting that long. Like that. Watha Amar Ha'asha. And you said, and she said. Is there any way we can clip that? I'm not sure why we coming through like that. Let me know if there's an echo, y'all. Or maybe it might be good. I don't know. Because I know I can hear it through the phone. Hey, can somebody check the class for me online? All right, so now I'm gonna share the screen back.
So what? You good, sir? I'm checking.
All right, okay, cool. Most High in Christ. All right, so now let's get back into it. Right? So we got these two down so far. Now is Al shot a wall. All right, Al shot a wall. Now, I wonder if we unmute this, is we gonna be good? And can I mute our mic? All right, y'all. Salaki, can you check the class for me again? I just wanted to try something different, see what was gonna happen. All right, cool. So we good. So now the next word was al. So the next one was al. Shah. Oh damn, it's definitely gone. We gotta get some good markers. Al. Shah. Wall. Shah. Wall. Our marker's pretty much gone. Now we got like a little case of them down there somewhere. So al. Shah. Wall. So al meaning to or unto in Old Quicker English. To or unto. Sha'awal is so. So let me see what we got up here so far. And she's saying, the woman, and the woman saying to Samuel, right? And you will, so like, and she will say, the woman to Samuel, and the woman will say to Samuel. Or is, and you will say, and you will say the woman to Samuel, which doesn't make any sense. And you saying the woman, but you saying is a brother, the woman to Samuel, which doesn't make any sense. So I think we can X out and you will say and you saying. I believe it's just she. So it could be and she will say the woman to Samuel, or in English, or what we're actually saying in Hebrew is, and the woman saying to Samuel, and the woman will say to Samuel. All right. So now, give y'all some time to put that down. It's locking, y'all. Somebody should have stopped me trying to do that damn computer techno garbage, man. I'm all typing in and trying to do it, you know what I mean, to the best of my abilities, man, to make this class work. Hold on, I'm not trying to save that. I don't know. All right, don't save. There we go. So, all right, so let me see. If y'all can understand this, right? Now, remember, in our language, the action word goes before the noun, but we're still saying the same thing. Just like in English, we're still saying, instead of still saying we're. Like, even though it's written that way, it's still the same way. The woman will say to Samuel. And so like, and she, now this she could not be in it, right? The she cannot be in it. It could just be to identify, just like Yah, like why Yah Amar is he, and he said Moses, but really it's just saying and Moses said. So it could still be to identify. So it could be, and the woman will say to Samuel, and this might not be there, right? Or it could be, and the woman, she will say to Samuel. And the woman, she will say to Samuel. Or, and the woman, she is saying to Samuel, right? Which doesn't really make sense. But what does make sense is, and the woman will say to Samuel. And the woman is saying to Samuel, right? So let's read the scripture and find out what we just did. All right, what we just broke down. Give me 1 Samuel. Hold on, I got this still up here. Let me share the screen. Hopefully I got the screen shared. Yep, let's share the screen. Boom. All right, hold on. Let's do this. Forgot I could do this now, y'all. All right, let's share the screen. Let's see what it's hitting for. Give me first. I got 1 Samuel 28 and 12. Anybody want to read it? Oh, you got a question?
Samuel and Saul have a meaning to their names?
Every Israelite has a meaning to his name.
Shema
Wa'ala is Samuel, and Sha'awal is Saul. Go ahead. I went, okay, okay. To answer our question, he said if he could ask what are the meanings of their names. It depends what the white man says it might mean is something different. But in reality, we don't really know because it's a name. And names work a little different. But we have an idea of what it could be saying once we figure out what the root words are. So we know Allah is the power. So Shema Wa'ala. So Shema could mean whatever, whatever they getting that from, like the Shema from. And then Wa could be the present tense. Like to say is this. Like something is the Lord. You know what I mean? The Lord is something. Sha'awal could be something different because you got Sha'a and then you got Awal. So it could be Sha, meaning which. Sha at the beginning of a root word is which or pertaining to. So pertaining to, and then whatever Awal would be. Right? If that's a word. All right. So it just depends. Sha'awal could be a root word. All right. Or Sha'al, depending on if it's pronounced that way. Right? So a name is a little bit different. But let's see what we broke down real quick. Let's put it up on a big screen. Let's see what we broke down. Give me 1 Samuel 28 and 12. Anybody got it? Go ahead.
1 Samuel, chapter 28, verse 12. And when the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And the woman spake to Saul, saying, why?
So, and the woman spake to Saul, saying. So, and the woman spake to Saul, right? Why? And Amar spake, meaning say, or remember back in Old Pagan English, that word was spake, but it's also spoke in today's time. So said, say, spoke. You know what I mean? It's all speak, spoke, spake. So in this case, they use the word Amar to say speak or spoke, right? And the woman said to speak to Samuel, right? And then say. So and the woman wa Amar. So and she spake Ha'asha, the woman, La Salaki Al Shaul to Saul. So and wa, so let me show you now. So and right, and and then you got the woman in English, right? So and wa, and then the woman ha asha, right? And then spake, meaning she spake. Tha amar, right? And then you got al, meaning two, and then sha wall, right? To so. So now, with that now, okay, I'm glad I got a chance to show this, right? Again, just a reminder. Salaki, can you give me the charger to this computer? Can you plug it in? Just a reminder, y'all, that remember that we translating this into a heathenistic language. And because we're translating it into a heathenistic language, remember what I told you, it's going to be like we jumping around a lot because we're taking God's language and translating it into a heathen's language. So it's going to be a little bit you got to do. I'll put it that way. So it started with and then remember I told you that she might not be in it. The part that we broke down, it didn't have she. Remember how we used to do why ya amar, and it was and he said, right? But the actual he wasn't in it. It would just be why ya amar masha. And then we wrote and he said Moses. It's really just and Moses said. So in this case, they use amar to say speak. Remember, because it's present tense, right? And she spake, or speaking, right? So they put spake for old quicker English. Today we would just say spoke. Spoke don't exactly have to be past tense. Right. And she spoke, meaning, and she actually said something. She spoke. Right? And she spoke. Or Salaki, in this case, you can take out the she, because the she's not in it, right? So let's just remember that. Even though it's written that way to identify that it's a woman. And she spoke. So, and spoke the woman. Or in today's, or what we're actually saying, I want to say in today's time, because we actually said this in Hebrew, right? And spoke the woman. Right? Or what we're actually saying is, and the woman spoke to Saul. All right? So, and the woman spoke to Saul. So, and the woman spoke to Saul. So, it's still a little bit of jumping around you got to do. But remember, we're taking the Most High's language and making it for, a heathen. Trying to translate it into a heathen language. Because we do speak a heathen language because we're slaves to a heathen. So his lifestyle, we gotta, conform to. Because he's ruling over. But she was just to identify, just like when it's Yah. Just like when it's Yah, it says he, but it's not in it. So Wayah, Watha Amar, and spoke, Ha'asha, the woman. Or, and she spoke, the woman. But remember, she's not in it. I just did that so you can understand. So, Watha Amar, and spoke, the woman. Because this Tha lets you know that it's talking about her. It is an identifier to identify that you're speaking to the woman, that you're speaking about this woman, right? And spoke the woman, al masha, al sha'awal, to Saul. And the woman spoke to Saul. Wa amar ha'asha al sha'awal, salat. Al sha'awal. That's so. All right, so that's just that was one small one. I would like to get in another one, but I know we ain't got that much time, man. I know we ain't got enough time to go do it. Let me see if I can pull one up quickly. All right, let's do this. Let's do this one. The raw, a raw, baby. Listen, y'all gonna get it at the end. All right, give me Nehemiah 2 and 11. Let's move quickly. Both the show. Nehemiah 2 and 11. And 2:11 still reserved. Yeah, I'll never forget all that, man. At the more heads be getting down on. 2:11 still reserved. You say liquid crack.
Right.
Oh man. All right. So let me know when y'all got it. I'm gonna read it in the Hebrew. Salaki, Nehemiah 2 and 11. Wayaba'awa. Oh, Salaki, y'all can't even see it. I ain't even shared the damn thing. So I'm brotherly, man. All right, Nehemiah 2 and 11. Salaki, Wa'abawa. Salaki, Wa'abawa'a. Al Yerushalayim. Wa'a, Salaki, Wa'aya. Salaki, Wa'ahaya. Salaki, Wa'ahaya. Shom. Yamayom. Shalasha. Shalash is 3. Shalasha is probably saying the third or something like that. All right, because always to say 3 and then say third is different. It's like you got the number 3 and then you got the word third. So it's written different. So it could be third. All right. More than likely. All right. So 3, or it could be just, speaking in feminine. It depends. So Wa'abawa'a. Salaki, Wa'abawa'a al Yerushalayim. Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, Hara, from the raw, baby, my raw. From the raw, all right? From Jerusalem.
Right.
All right? Wa'ahaya Shom. Yamayom Shalasha. All right? So now let's get it in English. Oh, no. We're going to break it down. What part are we going to break down? We're going to break down Wa'abawa'a al Yerushalayim. All right? Let's get it. So we're going to break this down right here quickly. It's these 3. Wa'abawa'a. Wa'abawa'a. All right? Al. Hold on, man. Al. Ya. Ra. Shalom. Not Shalom. Not Yara Shalom. Yara Shalom. All right. Let's get it. Let's go over to the board. Boom, bada bang, bada boom. We're going to bring this up full screen. So, Wa'abawa'a. Anybody remember what Bawa'a means? Put this back. Come on, y'all. Anybody got their hand up? Who got their hand up? Bawa'a. Come on, everybody. I know online y'all got to know it's be the same words we be going over, man. Wa'abawa'a. Wa'abawa'a. Wow. Wrong, baby. I'm wrong. Yeah. Wrong. Goddamn. Shalom. A marker going up.
Shalom.
Go ahead.
If I could, like a quick soundboard with the whole shalom and shalom.
Oh, there we go. God damn.
Yeah. That came out real deep.
Yeah. You're even missing.
So the shalom and shalom whole thing. So is shalom. I remember you taught that shalom is a word.
Shalom is a word.
But they're using it the wrong way.
Yep. Ain't the right word. No, they using it the way Christians would use it. which is why they use a Christian word and we don't.
Right.
Now that is funny because that is all in the spirit.
So,
And like because they're out the spirit, they didn't choose a word that was in the spirit. Now feel that for a second. Because they're Christians, they chose a Christian word without knowing that it's like shalom means like peace, prosperity in the future. You know what I mean? Future riches, future peace. You know what I mean? Now and in the future, which is what they say: peace and love, black family, and all that. Not just say about Sarnetta, but just about that whole Egyptologist community and a ton of Christians. You know what I mean? Peace and love and all that. That's not what we're saying. We're just greeting you. Shalom, I'm out. Peace. Or shalom, what's up? You know what I mean? Peace, what's going on, brother? We come in peace. You know what I mean? Peace. We just greeting each other. What the hell? You know what I mean? I'm just not trying to have a beef with my brother. I'm saluting my shalom, peace. I'm coming in peace. I'm leaving in peace. It ain't nothing, no beef. Not peace and love and future prosperity. That's just Christian, man. This is why they chose a Christian word. Now, anybody remember what Bawa means? Now we know what. Let's get the obvious out the way. We know this is aim. We know this is 2.
Tom check, sir.
859. 859. We know that in Old Quaker English they use unto. We know that.
Right.
All right. This is Jerusalem. I just got to give it to us for time's sake. Jerusalem. Right? Yerushalayim. Mahara. From the raw, baby. From Jerusalem. All right. Now, at the beginning of a word, meaning I or I am, right? But I believe there's also future tense as well. So it could be I will. Or I mess it up. On this damn thing. There we go. All right. So I shall or I will. Bawa'a means to come in. Come in. You had it, I bought?
I was gonna say come.
Come. Give our body a hand. Come in. Right? Enter in. Enter in or enter in. Come in. And I will come in to Jerusalem. Or I will enter to Jerusalem. Enter into Jerusalem. All right. You might use it as go, maybe. You might use it because you could. Just depending, you know what I mean? I will go into Jerusalem. Give me the scripture, Nehemiah 2:11. Let's read it in English and see what it's saying. Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 11. Anybody got it in the English? Go ahead.
This is the book of Nehemiah. This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2.
I got it for time's sake. Nehemiah 2:11. So I came to Jerusalem. I came. I forgot it means came as well. So that would have pretty much gave it away. I came. I came into Jerusalem. Now I want y'all to notice something. Remember down there, this is good right here. It's to show y'all. Wait, I need both of these to show so y'all can feel me for a second. This is why. Doesn't why mean and?
Right.
Now notice how they use it as so.
Come.
So I came. You know why? Because the oppressor, he got to be correct. He got to be proper. Now at this time, remember, we translated. King James had it translated. But it would be improper to say and all the time. Now, we just say and all the time as a people, right? So it could, so in this case, it means so. So, and it's not future tense. So it's so I. And then instead of come or enter in, it's came. I forgot come and came is the same word, but it still came. I forgot that it meant came as well. So I came to Jerusalem. And I came to Jerusalem. All right. Wa abawa'a al Jerusalem. I like to say this right here. Ma from the raw, baby. From the raw, from Jerusalem. Right. Ma raw. From the raw, from Jerusalem. That's a slang. Right. That's specific to ISUPK. You get the hell up. So nobody else try to steal it. Right. Or else y'all gonna have to prove how y'all came up with that. Ma raw from Jerusalem. From the raw. I was just sitting thinking about that today. Like, how would people say they from Jerusalem in nigga talk? Maharal. Right? I'm from, where you from? From the raw, nigga. From Jerusalem. It's lucky to say it like that. Maharal. All right, so with that being said, man, wa abawa al Jerusalem. So I came to Jerusalem. All right. So that was it on that one, man. This was the Isupk Lashwan Qadash class. Man, we should have been using this marker from the rip. All right. This one is the most perfect one. Right. With that being said, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this class. All right. Man, stay tuned. We got a new channel coming for the Hebrew. Man, I get to do all the little, technical, different and diverse things and new trends that we can do with this technology, man. And we're gonna be coming with different things, all types of stuff, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to get somebody to put some kids stuff up there for the kids, man. I got a few ideas that I'm taking from Esau. Right. I'm stealing it. I'm not still. Well, I'm taking it. You're getting brutal. Go ahead. Yeah, right. The why? Because that's what we do. Right. It's victuals, it's spoils of war. Right. Taking your idea. The why? I appreciate it. But not really. With that being said, man, the ISUPK Lashwan Qadash class, we enjoy it, man. Go enjoy your weekend. Right. Go let some of that anguish go. That anguish of spirit. Go get some strong drink. Right. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your Sabbath. Enjoy your Shabbat. All right. Shabbat ka. Your Sabbath. Shabbat come. Your plural. Your Sabbath. With that being said, man, I'm going to pass the class. Oh, Salakia. Salakia. Wa anya. Marah Warka Kaya Hayawon. And I am Officer Marah, your teacher for the day. With that being said, I'm going to pass the class over to an officer of 500 and call. Okay. But it's all on mute.
I start the camera.
He was muted. Start the. Oh man. Salakia about that. Oh wait, Nicole, you still there? Salakia about that. Oh wait. Nicole, you still there? Something going on. I try. I remember. Hold on. Then can we unmute? There we go. At least we unmuted. All right, on here. Here we go. All right, Shalom, Israel. We're going to pass the class over to priest and officer in the car. The hell with Satan. Go enjoy your weekend, man. Go enjoy your Sabbath. Shalom, Israel.
All right, this is the ISUK security announcement. We are at ISUK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are uncommitted junior hana. We're from the brother and sister. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are saluted only. They're to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is the commandment. We find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 29, and Malachi, chapter 3, 8 through 10. My Ashra means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny, any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department. Priest fund free will offering for priests not mandatory, wherever not you like. Upcoming holy convocation will be the Passover. Okay, so it's pretty much an all week thing. All right, until the weekend. I'm gonna just say it like that. We're gonna be down Cocoa Beach, Florida. Right, Orlando, Florida. The Passover is on the 15th. Okay, of April. So that's in 2 weeks. All right. Make sure that y'all get your bookings all together and all that. Tickets still kind of going for the deals right now. All right, check in with your camp leader. All right, for further questions, we got the answers for you. All right, the 14th, every brother that's in Hebrew Academy should know that we should be there no later than the 13th so that we can make trials on the 14th. And after the trials, we're going to have the all black affair. All right, party later on that night. All right, all Hebrew Academy participants, make sure that y'all are there by April 13th, no later. All right, or you already know. All right, Akim, Wafi, make sure you check the bulletin board in the hallway of the school. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black blue shirt, clothes, and cards like that. I imagine. All right. We're going to give one quick courtesy salute in the Israel Madam Shabbat. I imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
So we're going to turn face to sisters. All right. In the Israel, we're going to give one quick courtesy salute in the Israel Madam Shabbat. I imagine. Barak.
Yahweh Shmuel Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Matah, place his nose. I can never see me put my drink runs.